Imagine stepping into a machine that can take you back millions of years to a world untouched by humans. In 2025, a company called Temporal Expeditions promised thrill seekers the ultimate adventure, a chance to witness dinosaurs in their natural habitat. Among them was a young explorer named Arin, who had spent his life fascinated by paleontology and the mysteries of the past. Arin paid an unimaginable sum, $150,000, for a single journey, knowing there were no guarantees. Safety, return, or even survival were not promised. As the machine hummed to life, a blinding light swallowed him, and within seconds, the familiar sky of the present vanished. He found himself in a dense prehistoric jungle where towering ferns brushed against his shoulders and the air vibrated with distant roars. The guides warned him, "Stay on the path, touch nothing, do not interfere." The path floated above the ground, seemingly fragile, yet it was the only way to avoid altering history itself. Then, through the mist, a thunderous roar shook the trees. Arin froze. A colossal Tyrannosaurus Rex emerged, unaware that its fate had already been sealed by nature. Every heartbeat felt monumental. One wrong step, and the future might never be the same. Arin's small misstep, his boot brushing against a fragile fern, might seem insignificant in that moment, but it carries consequences far beyond his imagination. This is the essence of the butterfly effect, a concept from chaos theory that shows how tiny actions in the present can dramatically reshape the future. The term comes from the idea that the flap of a butterfly's wings could, over time, create a tornado halfway across the world. It's not the butterfly itself that causes the storm. It is the chain reaction of countless interconnected events that follows. The idea was first discovered by meteorologist Edward Lorenz in the 1950s while he was trying to predict the weather. He noticed something remarkable, a minuscule change in his calculations, just a tiny decimal difference, produced wildly different results. A seemingly minor variation, almost unnoticeable, had enormous long-term effects. In Arin's case, stepping off the path or disturbing even a single insect could ripple through millions of years of history, altering life in ways he could never predict. The butterfly effect reminds us that the world is an intricate web of cause and effect, and even the smallest action by a person, an animal, or nature itself can change everything. To truly understand the butterfly effect, think of it like dominoes. Place hundreds of dominoes in a long, intricate pattern. Knock over the first one, and a chain reaction begins. Each domino's fall is inevitable, but if one is slightly out of place, the entire sequence can collapse differently or even stop entirely. That's how small changes in the past can ripple forward through time. Or imagine a Jenga tower. Every piece supports countless others. Pull out the wrong block, and the entire structure can tumble. Pull another, and nothing happens. The future works in much the same way. Tiny actions may go unnoticed, or they may trigger monumental consequences. Even in nature, the butterfly effect is everywhere. A butterfly flaps its wings in the Amazon, subtly shifting air currents. Days later, those shifts can compound into a storm that devastates a distant city. Every ripple is unpredictable, yet deterministic, meaning it follows a chain of cause and effect, even if we can't trace it. In Arin's journey, brushing a fern, crushing a bug, or leaving a footprint could alter not just the jungle, but the entire course of life on Earth. Chaos hides in the smallest details, waiting for a single misstep to magnify across history. The butterfly effect isn't just a theory in a textbook. It has shaped history in profound ways. Take Jonas Salk, for example. When he developed the first polio vaccine, a single discovery changed the lives of millions. Entire family lines were saved, countless careers and companies flourished, and the world as we know it shifted. If he had been delayed by even a year, the ripple effects might have been drastically different. Another striking example comes from history's most tense moments, the Cuban Missile Crisis. In 1962, a single man, Vasily Arkhipov, refused to launch a nuclear torpedo despite immense pressure. His small but decisive action prevented a global catastrophe, potentially saving billions of lives. One choice, one decision, created a ripple that continues to echo today. Even in everyday life, the principle holds true. Watching a video, meeting someone by chance, or taking a different route to work might seem trivial, but these small actions can influence relationships, careers, and future events in ways we can't foresee. Just like Aaron stepping into the prehistoric jungle, every move we make sends ripples through time. The butterfly effect reminds us that the world is a web of cause and effect, sometimes invisible, sometimes monumental, but always connected. Now imagine the butterfly effect in your own life. Every choice you make, big or small, ripples outward in ways you can't fully see. Deciding to watch a particular video today might seem insignificant, but it could lead you to meet someone who changes your life, inspire a new idea, or even alter the course of a decision years from now. Just like Arin brushing against a fern in the prehistoric jungle, your actions, however minor they seem, are part of an intricate web connecting past, present, and future. Even the simple routines, learning a new skill, helping someone in need, or sending an email, can cascade into far-reaching consequences. You might never know how these small acts affect someone else, or how they eventually loop back to influence your own life. The butterfly effect reminds us that we are never powerless. Our choices matter, even if the results aren't immediate. Life is full of interconnected possibilities, and every action you take creates ripples that shape the world around you. By being mindful and intentional, you become an active participant in the unfolding story of your life, and perhaps the future of countless others. Understanding the butterfly effect isn't just about theory. It's about empowering yourself to make meaningful choices. Every small action you take can set off a chain reaction that impacts the world in ways you might never expect. Imagine if Aaron had taken the time to carefully follow the path. His conscious decisions could have preserved the delicate balance of history. Likewise, your decisions today, no matter how small, have the potential to create a lasting impact. One practical way to harness this power is through learning and exploration. Every new skill, idea, or piece of knowledge you acquire adds a ripple to your future. Studying logic, probability, or chaos theory helps you see patterns in life and understand how small changes can lead to big outcomes. Even simple exercises like analyzing patterns or practicing mindfulness train you to notice the subtleties that shape your world. So take action. Read a book, experiment with a new skill, or pursue a project you've been postponing. Each step, each choice, builds a chain of possibilities that could transform your life and perhaps the lives of others, years or even decades from now. As we look back on Aaron's journey and the butterfly effect, one truth becomes clear: every action matters, no matter how small it seems. The world is not a simple linear place. It is a complex web of causes and consequences where even the tiniest choice can ripple outward and shape the future. That fleeting moment in a prehistoric jungle, or a butterfly's subtle flap, reminds us that life is full of unseen connections, linking past, present, and future in ways we can't always predict. This principle doesn't just apply to history or science. It applies to your life, right here and now. Every decision, every interaction, and every effort you make sends out ripples that influence the people around you and the world at large. Your words, your creativity, and your actions all matter. So, as you move forward, embrace the awareness that your choices have power. Be intentional, be thoughtful, and be bold. Even small steps can cascade into monumental change. Just like Aaron's journey or the flapping of a butterfly's wings, your life, and the lives of countless others, is being shaped by the ripples you create today.